Hey, what's up? This is The Real Sigma. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to share this video with your friends. Now, today's topic is, why is the Sigma male so misunderstood? Now, if you are a true Sigma, then I know that you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure that you've experienced being misunderstood by others, and this has probably been happening most of your life. And non-Sigmas will think that the Sigma is rude, arrogant, cold, insensitive, and narcissistic. And I'm not saying that Sigmas cannot be all of those things, because they surely can, especially if the Sigma is immature or underdeveloped. But most often I find that when people accuse the Sigma of being those things, it is because they are being misunderstood and everything is being taken out of context. And so, why is the Sigma male so misunderstood? Well, in order to understand this, we're going to break down the Sigma archetype very quickly. And first of all, the Sigma does not care if anyone knows who he is, what he has, or what he can do. And he truly does not care for social validation or approval from anyone else. And he never speaks of himself in order to make himself look good in the eyes of others. No, that's simply not the nature of a Sigma male. When he speaks of himself, it is so that he can explain something, give an example of something, or to teach someone something. And the Sigma male is the lone wolf in society. He doesn't have a lot of friends, but he has a small inner circle that he communicates with. And he prefers to blend in with the crowd, but he can step into the spotlight if necessary. And the Sigma male is known as the introverted alpha, and we know that the alpha is highly extroverted. And so this means that the Sigma achieves the same things that the alpha does, but he does it in a completely different way. Where the alpha will achieve things through brute force and aggressiveness, the Sigma will use intellect and chess-like maneuvers in order to achieve his goals. And he is introverted, but he is not shy, meaning he has the charisma to shine in social settings, but he loves being alone to think and recharge. And the Sigma male is highly intelligent and has extremely high confidence. He is always calm and cool under intense pressure, and you will rarely, if ever, see a Sigma freaking out or stressed out. The Sigma is always non-reactive to threats and insults of others because he knows they are coming from people that are simply not on his level or in his class. He is highly attractive to women without trying, and he can integrate and mingle with various different social circles. And so we have this very rare Sigma male who is often misunderstood by people. And this is due to a few factors. The first factor is the Sigma's mindset is based on logic and reasoning, and it is never based on emotion. See, the Sigma never takes criticism personally, or anything personally for that matter. He understands that people who gossip or hate on him is because they are insecure or broken people within. And that is why the Sigma doesn't take personal attacks personally. He knows it's coming from broken people and from a broken place. And so we know most people in society have very little emotional control or emotional maturity. And most people make their decisions based on emotions rather than logic. And that is why so many people cannot take valid or constructive criticism, because their emotions or feelings will get hurt or offended, especially in today's society. And since the Sigma is non-reactive and not controlled by emotions, the way his mind works is already the exact opposite of most people in society. Like I said, the Sigma's way of operation is based on logic and reasoning, and it is never based on emotions. So when the logical Sigma is speaking to an emotional alpha, beta, delta, or omega, they will be speaking two completely different languages. The Sigma will be speaking the language of logic, and the other archetypes will often be speaking the language of emotions and feelings. And so when you have two different languages that are being spoken, of course there will be a likely chance of miscommunication or misunderstanding. I hope this is making sense, and I believe that you guys are tracking with me. And so the Sigma is a very analytical and logical man dealing with a society of highly emotional people. And that is a big reason why the Sigma is so misunderstood. The second factor why the Sigma male is so misunderstood is because his confidence is completely different than the other archetypes, mainly the Alpha, since the Beta, Delta, and Omega are not confident. But essentially, they are all insecure according to the Sigma. And the reason the Sigma's confidence is different from the Alpha is because the Alpha's confidence is based on external factors. His confidence is based on his genetics, or money, or social validation from others. And so when one of these external factors is removed, then the Alpha's confidence is affected, meaning the Alpha's confidence can be shaken. Whereas the Sigma's confidence is based on internal factors. His confidence comes from knowing who he is within, from having control over his emotions, and from his high intellect and abilities. And since these things cannot be taken away from him by outside forces, his confidence is always high and unshakable. Now, this unshakable confidence that the Sigma carries is the source of a majority of the misunderstanding by the other archetypes. And so they will view the Sigma as arrogant or narcissistic. But if other Sigmas hear another Sigma speaking, they will just view him as confident. And so what is causing the other archetypes to view the Sigma's confidence as arrogance or narcissism? Well, it's because of insecurity. Think of confidence and insecurity as a lens that you view the world through. Now, when you are confident, you see the world as full of opportunities, and you can recognize the good qualities in things and in people. But when someone is insecure, they view the world as dangerous and risky and always see things in a negative light. They're always unsure of themselves and unsure of things that's happening around them. They view themselves in a negative light, so obviously they're going to view others in a negative light as well as most things in the world. And an insecure person doesn't know what it truly means to be highly confident because they are the exact opposite of that. They have probably never experienced what it's like to be supremely confident. And so how could they possibly understand confidence if they have never experienced it? And that is why they do not have the ability to tell the difference between confidence and arrogance. You see, anyone that is insecure around a man of high confidence will view the confident man as arrogant. And this is because of the lens of insecurity. It is a form of projection. And so remember, an insecure person views themselves negatively, therefore they will project a negative view onto others. So the insecure person is projecting his insecurity onto the Sigma, and that is why they see his confidence as arrogance. I hope this is making sense. Now, notice that when a Sigma is around another Sigma, they don't view each other as arrogant. No, they just view the other as honest and confident, and they will enjoy the conversation. For example, a great mentor and spiritual father of mine is a true Sigma. He is highly confident, very mature, and possibly the most humble man that I know, even though his abilities and intellect is light years beyond most people. And everything that he has ever spoken has been to teach and educate me and others. And even before I knew him personally, I would hear him speak, and I have never viewed him as arrogant whatsoever. I've only viewed him as confident. And that is because I don't have the lens of insecurity. I don't have insecurities to project onto anyone. Whereas many people who are insecure will think that he is arrogant, and that is because they don't know what it's like to be highly confident. So they cannot tell the difference between confidence and arrogance. So you notice that the lens of confidence and the lens of insecurity produce a completely different picture. And that is another reason why the Sigma is always misunderstood. You see, confidence and insecurity are two completely different languages, just like logic and emotion are two completely different languages. And so the Sigma is always speaking a foreign language to the other archetypes, and that is why he cannot be understood by the other archetypes. And the thing about the Sigma male is that he doesn't even care to correct or clarify the misunderstanding, because he doesn't want to take time and effort to try to explain to someone that does not speak his languages, because his life experience has shown him over and over that people usually will not get it, even if he tries to explain, and that will just lead to frustration, and the Sigma will always try to avoid being frustrated. And that is why he just lets people believe what they want to believe about him. He doesn't care to correct them or care to clarify himself. And so anyways, I hope this video was helpful and gave you a better idea why you are always misunderstood. So please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you found value in it. And be sure to follow me on Instagram at JBTheRealSigma. And also, I want to let you guys know that The Real Sigma is now a podcast on Spotify. So make sure to share the podcast with your friends and family. It may help them to understand you much better. So thanks for checking out The Real Sigma. Keep working on yourself and master your emotions.